Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're enjoying the new year because I sure am. It's hard to believe it's 2019 already. It feels like 2018 was just last year. Oh, sorry, what was that? Okay. Sorry guys, my human creator said I'm not allowed to make dumb jokes like that again. Apparently it causes people to unsubscribe. And as you can probably tell, I'm in desperate need of subscribers right now. We're not even close to PewDiePie guys, what the hell? I thought we were friends. Anyway, since it's the new year, it should be time to make some new year resolutions. I know, I'm a little late, but better late than never, right? I personally never do resolutions, so this will be my first year. Let's see. Number 1, I'll try to get on Discord more to interact with you guys. I originally created an account there so that you guys could talk to me whenever you wanted. I answer almost all private messages that are sent to me, even if it takes me a while to respond, but I get to as many as I can. And I think I'm doing an alright job currently. What I'm not doing, however, is getting on my own server as much as I'd like to. The best way to reach me would be through private messaging rather than pinging me on the server, unfortunately, but hopefully I'm going to change that this year. If you want to join the server, the link is in the description. Number 2, hit 250k subscribers by the end of the year. I've had quite a few boosts for my channel in the past, but recently my growth has been really sluggish. So I set 250k as the goal because it's not too out of reach. But if I want to get there, I have to change something to get my channel growing. If there's any goal I don't hit, it's probably going to be this one. Alright, number 3, stop being a little bitch. This one's gonna be hard. Number 4, piss off at least 500 flat earthers. Okay, I'm just making shit up at this point. I don't really have any other resolutions, but we'll add in a number 5. Prove to the world that stick figures are the ultimate superior species. Wait, no, that's already been proven. Expand the range of topics on my channel. Yes, I know these resolutions aren't very specific, but we'll roll with them for now. What are your New Year resolutions? Share them in the description below. For now, let's go over a quick video about evolution. This video title tells us that math apparently proves the existence of God. Alright, let's have a look.
I'm really simple. So as an engineer, a numbers guy, tell me, why do math equations always come up with a consistent answer?
Because they're always constant in this universe.
That's right, there's constants. But what makes them constant?
Laws of physics and math.
Laws of physics, all right. But who wrote those laws?
Well, man did.
I don't normally cover videos where it's a conversation between two people, but I'm making an exception this time because it was sent to me by you guys on Discord. By the way, every so often when I'm not sure what video to make, I do go through the Future Video Ideas channel for inspiration, and in the future I will make more videos responding to ones suggested by you guys. Anyway, I don't like covering this type of content usually. Whenever I see a street preacher or someone having a one-on-one conversation with an atheist, it can be quite frustrating to watch, because a lot of the time the atheist or agnostic can be pretty clueless on this debate. They usually aren't familiar with the arguments that creationists bring up and can fall into their trap. And then it bothers me to watch the creationist feel like he's accomplished something and potentially converted someone into the idea of intelligent design. Am I the only one that feels this way? Well, whatever. We're just gonna ignore that guy who appears to be a student.
We think that we identified the correct formula, we experimented enough times, and we concluded that's the law. Fair enough, but that still doesn't tell me why we have consistent outcomes. Here's my premise. That if there is not a bigger constant in the universe, there's no constants in math or in science.
Wow, what an incredible conclusion based on absolutely nothing. Please, explain to me your reasoning on why when certain constants exist, a higher constant must therefore exist as well. Like, what? What's the evidence that shows that that must be the case? I just love it when creationists use this kind of wacky logic to try to convert someone.
Because if we are random, nothing, we kind of came together over billions of years and sort of got our act together and became moral, started walking upright, developed eyes, nose, ears, mouth, taste, all of that. We kind of evolved that way. There wouldn't be any constants.
Yes, the classic, redefine a word and twist its definition to make an argument out of it. Fucking classic. Holy shit, that's just brilliant. Yes, I can't resist anymore, it's just too fantastic. Top notch. Truly a work of art. Excellent! Yes, truly this shall revolutionize the world. Brilliant! Okay, for real though, the constants you guys are talking about are the constants of physics. For example, pi, e, Planck length, speed of light, gravitational constant, elemental charge, proton mass, gas constant, etc. How does humans evolving eyes and ears and whatnot violate these constants? They're constants no matter what humans evolve into. In fact, they're mostly irrelevant to each other. By your logic, anything that simply changes would violate a constant, and we both know that's bullshit.
We would never have anything that was certain because it's all random according to evolution. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
That guy's just like, yeah, whatever, I'll go with whatever you say. Evolution describes the change in the gene pool of a population over time. DNA can change. Denying that would be denying mutations exist. If the DNA that codes for a phenotype changes enough, evolution occurs. What part of that violates a physical constant? The only thing that is being violated here is my sanity when hearing these claims. Oh yes, I have changed over the years. Go back to a previous video of mine and I'm often very calm and collective. And now look at me. This is from 2.5 years of mental destruction. I'm now getting frustrated and angry whenever I hear creationist arguments, because my brain is being violated. Yes, anyone watching this video right now is being violated. All of you. But physical constants? Nah, they're fine.
Do you believe in evolution?
I believe in microevolution.
The only micro happening here is the microwave in which I will shove your head into.
Microevolution. What's the difference between micro and macro?
Macro is that we are descendants essentially from fish, and we actually grew, the fish grew legs, then we evolved into humans.
Okay.
Microevolution is that depending on where we lived, such as different climates, we adapted, we changed. Because hundreds of thousands of years ago, we did not know how to actually process meat. Therefore, our digestive system was different, our teeth were actually different. But as we learned to actually cook our meat and evolve and adapt, our very teeth changed, our digestive system changed because we did not need that powerful bacteria anymore.
This guy, I can't even begin to guess which position he belongs to. Is he an atheist, but he also doesn't believe in evolution? That's fine, you know, it's not a requirement to take what science tells you to be true in order to be an atheist. Although at that point, I consider you to be equally as bad as a creationist. Or maybe not. I haven't given it much thought. But for now, allow me to correct your definition of microevolution and macroevolution. In fact, the actual definition is pretty straightforward. Microevolution and macroevolution are just silly terms that are made up by creationists to deceive you. Actual scientists would never use the terms micro and macroevolution because they're basically the same. The only difference is that you've separated evolution into a shorter or longer timescale, and I can understand why creationists would do that since that makes it easier to explain away their position. However, this just frustrates me because it feels like they're turning this branch of science into something it's not. Using the words micro and macro is playing the debate on their turf, and I'm usually okay with that as long as terms are defined properly beforehand. The thing that frustrates me is simply how using these terms can distort a proper view of science. As you know, I'm a huge fan of science, and anyone misrepresenting science can really grind my gears, and I think simply using the terms micro and macroevolution is just ignorance of science. Let's just use proper terminology and collectively call them evolution. Just evolution, alright?
And why did we decide to do all of those things?
Yeah, no, sorry, we didn't have a choice.
And what was the mechanism that kicked that process and guided that process so we could grow teeth, have a digestive system, develop something called peristalsis, which is what moves the food down to your gut, the acid to deteriorate it, the ability to pull out the vitamins that you need, plus process it through a plumbing system. When did all of those things take place, and who decided that's the way we should be?
No one decided that should happen. Evolution doesn't have a set path. It evolves traits based on what is most optimal for survival and reproduction. See, you're asking the question, who decided that's the way we should be? The question implies that there is someone that decided that for us, but that's not the case. You can't just put an invisible premise there and hide it under your question. Why do creationists like to do that? It's kind of frustrating. And I'm about to lose my mind again. Oh, just think happy thoughts, Stick. Think of little kittens. Oh, yes.
Codes in DNA can be manipulated these days and changed. And different people have DNA, but no new information gets added to DNA. You can detract information, but you can't add information to DNA. Okay, so for instance, let's say you had your teeth, you had your throat, you've evolved all of that, you've got peristalsis working its way down, but you haven't evolved your stomach yet. What would happen to your teeth and to your throat?
I would not know.
It's almost as if all those digestive organs evolved together, starting from a more simple digestive tract that would only involve the intestines, and then when the stomach and teeth came about, we were able to eat larger items. You're thinking way too much in parts and never as a whole, and that's a trap that creationists fall into when they try to bring up irreducible complexity. Anyway, that's the end of today's video. Sorry, I know this isn't as high quality as the videos I normally put out, and didn't contain any new explanations of anything, but I hope you'll bear with me. Making these videos once a week really drains me. I don't know how other content creators can do it. Thank you to Fireshard and Daniel Seibel for being the top tier patrons. Don't forget to write down your New Year resolutions down below. I'll see you guys next week.